Hey, it's Lauren from Loudwire. I'm here with Jay and Brett from the Glorious Sons. How are you guys doing today?
We're well.
Good, thanks.
We are at the inaugural Sonic Temple Festival. You guys had a killer set on the main stage, so it was awesome.
It was
the
good, yeah.
crowd was really pumped for you guys.
Yeah, first set of the day, set the tone right.
Second, I think.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, the weather is getting kind of crazy out there. How was that performing with that gray sky and all those clouds?
It was the wind that everyone's scared about.
Watching the lights kind of go, side to side above us.
We figured that if there was two sets of lights, one would have killed our drummer and one would have killed basically me, our other guitar player, and our bass player.
I would have been fine.
Brett would have been fine because he's always out front, and our keyboard player would have been fine.
I love the optimistic demeanor about that. It's
totally spread the word.
It's casual.
Spread the gospel when they're dead.
Yeah. So, SawedOff Shotgun obviously spent forever on the charts as it is, but also several weeks at number one.
Yep.
And the crowd, you guys had the entire stadium singing it back to you.
Yeah.
How does it feel being from Canada, having success for a song in another country like that?
Well, very good.
Yeah.
I mean, we always had our sights set on the States anyways.
Not just the States, though. Like we
everywhere,
just had, we've been very lucky in Canada, and we kind of wanted to build everything in the U.S. and the rest of the world as well.
Without sounding disrespectful to Canada, which is, I love being a Canadian. We never really considered ourselves just a Canadian band. Mm-hmm. We wanted to grow everywhere and be able to tour the world.
Okay, you guys are opening for the Rolling Stones
Yeah.
in June. How excited are you for that?
Very excited. Yeah.
It's our second time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we opened for them in Marseille, France last almost a year exactly. So we're playing June 29th. We opened for them June 26th last year.
Okay,
so
cool.
It's awesome. It was pretty surreal the first time. Second time, we're like, all right, we know kind of how it's going to go. Mm-hmm. We've got a longer set.
We got an hour this time. Last time we had 35 minutes.
Okay.
It's like one of those, the first time we opened for them, it was like one of those ones where you can't even feel your hands. You're so nervous. This time, hopefully I can feel my hands and do some stuff.
Yeah, considering you have to play for the crowd that's there to see the Stones. Yeah, Mick he just had his heart surgery, and he's posting videos dancing like a maniac.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He looks
He'll
great.
Be fine.
Yeah.
He looks great. Like
So-
he's like top frontman on the planet 2 weeks after heart surgery.
Absolutely.
It's wild.
And mid-70s.
Yeah.
What do you guys hope to have accomplished by the time you're Mick and Keith's age?
Well, I hope to be alive still, like them.
There's that optimism again.
And then
I hope he's alive too.
I don't know. I hope the thing I respect most about the Stones is that they continued to be a band, and they did it their own way the whole time. They're unique in that fashion, kind of. There's not too many guys who can keep it together with pretty much the original lineup for that many years. It's something to kind of aim for, to be able to stay relevant. Yeah,
true longevity, and I mean, at that age to be touring that much to me just seems insane. I'm very thankful they are.
Yeah, but they really love it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be out there.
And they're still putting on just as good of a show.
They
as
are.
Ever. It's not
it's incredible.
I think the show that we saw in Marseille was as good as the show that I saw in like 2004 when I was just like a young kid going to see them. Like they're as good as ever, if not better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are kind of part of that like classic rock sort of revival. You guys have obviously your own modern twist on it, but you definitely carry those elements.
Yeah.
And at a festival like this, there's metal acts, there's rock acts, there's some punk bands. What do you guys think about the pigeonholing within rock?
Well, rather than a classic rock revival thing, which I think just kind of has a bad connotation to it, I like to call it a rock and roll revival because I think that it all has a chance to live in the 21st century, and it doesn't have to sound like the 70s. It doesn't have to sound like the 60s. I mean, it's all about speaking to the youth of today and experimenting with the tools that we have now in 2019 and ushering the new generation of guitar music into the world at this point. I mean, our first album was very meat and potatoes. It was kind of classic sounding. Our second album, we really tried to step into the 21st century with it. And, I mean, we'll see what happens from here. But I like to call it rock and roll.
Cool. I mean, that's an awesome way to put it. So
Yeah.
well, you guys are going on tour with the Struts soon.
Yeah.
So what's next after that?
Music
Yeah.
and touring and
we have a
rock and
bunch
roll.
of things that we're not supposed to talk about
Okay.
happening.
Fair.
So all these interviews all day, we're always just like, oh yeah, and we might do this, but yeah,
We're going to release
hope
new
to
music.
release new music.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, that was going to be the next thing I was going to bring up. Your last album came out in 2017.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we got it all queued up, ready to go. We're just waiting on our management to tell us when
We're allowed
to
to
talk about it.
I mean, it was supposed to be a surprise, I think, but then they told, I'm pretty sure, every single radio station at this festival, so they...
So now we're like,
Ruin the
who do we
surprise.
tell?
Yeah, so now we're
Some
sitting here in
people know.
interviews answering it live, and we're going to get little emails, shitty little emails back at us for
Yeah.
talking about it, but
Yeah.
new music,
Yeah.
more shows, more writing. We're just going to keep on doing what we do and have fun.
awesome. So your second album was, from what I've read, it was a bit more personal
Yeah.
than the first one. Do you guys think that the next album is going to go in the same direction? Is it going to go outward?
Well,
Our next album
is going to.
is going to be
I'm trying to
like
No,
like our first two albums had like a one night stand and created this love child, and that's what our next album is to me. It's like kind of a whole bunch of what we've learned and our old influences kind of coming together. And
for me, when I'm writing the next album, I think there's a way to say 3 or 4 things with one sentence, and that's what I wanted to do on this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I know I can't really press you any further about that, so I respect that you were able to give us what you could.
Thank
So-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking. This was the
No
Glorious
worries.
Sons.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thanks for having
Thanks.
us.